know what I'm going to make for you today? Chicken gumbo soup. I have not made a soup dish for you yet, and I'm going to do that today. So this is going to be vegetable chicken gumbo soup, and I'm doing it in my crock pot. And you could actually do this in your Instant Pot. You could do it in your pot on the stove. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to throw some chicken broth in there, some seasoning, a whole bunch of frozen vegetables, and let it cook up. So simple, it's silly. Now I have my crock pot. I have a lot of vegetables. The only one that's fresh is my cauli rice. That's actually going to be kind of like the rice mixture for the soup. But I'm going to throw in there some pepper mix with the red and the green peppers. It's also got onions in this frozen package. I'm going to throw in some zucchini. It's already cut up. A little bit of peas and some green beans. Now, the beauty of chicken gumbo is, of course, you can put in whatever you want. We're going to start with chicken broth. You want organic chicken broth. I'm going to throw in a little bit of coconut cream in there. You could throw in heavy whipping cream. And I'm also going to put in a little bit of tomato sauce. This is just an 8-ounce can. So you figure a cup of tomato sauce. And that's also going to go in here. I always find that that enhances the flavor of my vegetable soup, so I'm doing it. Well, let's start pouring it all in here. By the way, I've got a plastic liner for the crock pot. That way it's an easy cleanup. This is actually 32 fluid ounces of the chicken broth. If I had this much bone broth, I'd probably be using it instead, because bone broth is so healthy. And of course on keto, it's one of the things that we want to have on a daily basis if we can, but I don't actually do it every day myself. So here goes 32 ounces. Voila. All right, I'm just going to put in this, as I told you, is an 8-ounce can of the tomato sauce. I opened up a can of coconut cream and it was hardened on the top. I'm thinking just half a can, and this can is 13.5 ounces. So now, I'm going to turn that on low as I throw things in here. This is it's zucchini, and they're cut up into these little round pieces, which I think is ideal for soup. That's the way I would cut it up. So, I don't know, just put in however much you want in your soup mixture. That looks pretty good. I have some green peas. I love peas in my soup. I don't know about you. On the keto diet, you want to watch the quantity of the peas. They're higher in carbs. I'm only putting in maybe half a cup. And now I've got my 3-pepper onion blend, and I'm just going to throw that in here. The peppers really give the flavors of the soup some nice flavors. Some flavors of the soup, some nice flavors. I know I didn't communicate that well. And these are green beans. All right, so I'm just going to put in a little of those. I don't know, it's hard to measure the vegetables. You just have to put in whatever you want in there. Let me stir that up. That looks pretty good. That looks like enough beans. What do we have left? I have cauliflower. I would say a good cup of this. I may even add some more later. It's the fresh, it's not frozen. So I'm just stirring that up. So we have the liquid in there. I'm going to be cutting up this leftover cooked chicken, and I'm going to throw that in there as well. But right now, I would like to season it for you. Okay, got out all the seasoning that I'm going to put in here. This is actually more liquid. I'm going to put in a little bit of white cooking wine. You could add in a little bit of, just a pinch of it. And I've got coconut aminos. I thought I'd throw that in here too, because it really enhances flavor of a lot of things. It just brings it out. The other liquid item I'm going to put in here is some lemon juice. This is optional, and I just put in a squirt of it. All right, the seasonings, I've got my all-purpose seasoning. This is 21 Seasoning Salute. Figure a teaspoon of each. This is actually thyme. I'm going to put a little thyme in there. Boy, time goes by when you're doing seasoning. I am going to put in a little bit of oregano. What do I have here? I'm going to put in some marjoram and a pinch of that. It's a good blend. Can't really go wrong with all of that. And then I'm going to put in a good couple teaspoons of garlic powder. And that's only because I really like garlic. So now the one to really punch it up. This is paprika. And I'm going to actually put in, instead of 1 teaspoon, I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of paprika. All right, a little bit of pepper. And this is Himalayan salt, a pinch of Himalayan salt. So now we could stir this up. Oh, you know what? I have these cut up tomatoes that I thought I would throw in with the rest of the vegetables. Again, this could be any mixture of vegetables that you want. So I'm stirring that together. You know, while I'm stirring, I might as well put my chicken in there. I've cut it up, it's diced up into pieces, and I'm going to put that in the soup. Everything goes together. It's a one pot thing. It's so easy. My dog wants that. All that's left is to put a lid on it. I'm going to do that on low for 4, maybe 5 hours. And by the time dinner comes around, I'll have a wonderful soup mixture. Well, it's been 4 hours. I started it off on low, and then I turned it to high just to speed up the process a little bit. And I also added already cooked broccoli that I had in the refrigerator. I thought I'd throw that in here. It was leftover broccoli. So I did add that in here. I did it in the last half hour because it was already cooked. That is ready to serve. I'm just so sure this is going to taste good. See that? I didn't give myself a huge bowl because I want to taste it. Get some goodies in here on my veggies. So many vegetables. And again, it's the beauty of this. You can put whatever vegetables you want in it. You know what? This is darn delicious. So I think I'll enjoy this as a complete meal. You know? All right. So try it. Experiment with vegetables. But the seasoning, the actual soup is really tasty. So big thumbs up on that.